I haven't really figured out where the best place, where the best place to actually connect up this end is. So, I mean, let's have a look. I mean, here's the main line coming in and out, and then the alternative is the underground line here. That doesn't even stop in Altdorf, no, it doesn't. I don't know what I've done there. Probably best not to think about it too closely. You know what? We're going to try what we always try, and that's we'll come at it from the other direction. So we're going to need a line that comes from here, right, like that. No, not like that at all. No, you're wrong. Definitely not like that. Like that. Yes. We'll probably need some signals on there, I would have thought. Caution, idiot train driver coming on a very slow train. There you go. We'll do a bit of that. We'll even give it right of way. Right. Okay. So if we wind around here, because I don't want to destroy the beautiful near circular roundabout. We say near circular because it's not circular. It's near circular, and then I guess we could go round the side there. I don't want this to just be, a bit of nonsense. The idea is that that's coming in the wrong direction. It is coming from the wrong direction. You're absolutely spot on. Yeah, we're not going to be coming from Altdorf, and if we were, that was on the wrong side of the track. Genius. You'd think I was new or something. Right. Let's do that again. So you want a quick spur off this way. There you go. You had the right track, but the wrong direction. Right, and here we are, back where we were moments ago. I'm not going to smooth until we've completed this. It's an omegabout. An omegabout? Can you eat drop bears? One does not really understand what a drop bear is. But oh, hello, that's interesting. That is interesting. That's quite exciting, isn't it? It's not going to help me get a connection here. And we're going over. I know we've built a level crossing, which means it's going to have a flipping great lump in it. So we get around that by doing this. Bulldozing roads. Nothing is more satisfying than taking a bulldozer to a perfectly functional road. And then if we go as far as there, but take it up some. I'm prepared to do a little bit of bridge here, in the same way as I've prepared to do quite a lot of tunnel. How do you feel about that? You feel good about it? Life is rich. There you go. I'll make this one out of wood. How's that? As a compromise for you. Now then, we do still have to get over the next bit of road, although to be honest, this bit of road is just causing misery for everybody who uses it. What happens if I do this? It charges me 1 and a bit million and the whole thing works. Well, that's pretty good then, isn't it? Yeah, we can't allow that. Sorry, that's just how it is. Oh, we got a bold new settlement happening. I love it when they settle out of town. That's terrific. Right, here we go, straight through the middle. Don't do anything to that underground track. Connect up to there. Everybody's absolutely keen as anything. There we go. Right. Well, that was actually slightly less painful than I'd anticipated, and that's a good thing. Given that we've got someone building a house there, I'm going to continue with the in town medium street. In the hope that other people also get a similar idea. There we go, medium street. Yeah, right. And remember, road over rail, not the other way around. I've even made this out of cobblestone, just to warn people that something ye olde is happening in a nearby area. Right, let's smooth this out. See, it's almost like I was never here. And then let's bang the signals on. And actually, it was requested that I use your oldie-timey semaphore signals, but I don't appear to have them available. Oh, that's disappointing. No, unfortunately, semaphores are not on the menu. That's a shame. We're going to stick with these default ones. Now then, I'm not seeing an awful lot of signals along this route, and there should be. It's not like me to not stick multiple signal blocks on something. There we go. Right, let's do a bit of that. Now, as long as we don't come into contact with too many backing services, this should pan out. One would hope. And then from there, this is the... Oh, okay, hold on. We've got... Now, on the festive route, I'm going to refer to it regularly because it did try and kind of unify everything. It was possible to visit every individual station from any starting point. Sure, why not? But the problem is that it meant that you could do that from station to station. It didn't necessarily mean that the track was connected. And my plan for just tell it to go over to wherever it is, Muotatal, isn't going to work because it will go. It's got no route. It's got don't forget the Megabout access road. Thank you, Silora. That's important. Yes, I've also got to go and rebuild the towns that I've bulldozed. We'll get to that. There we go. Right. Oh, how am I going to build access back into this, I wonder? As the game has a quick think about. Do not crash now. We have not auto-saved in a little while. We've not saved at all in a little. We're going to save the game. Quick save here. Series 3. Thank you. It already exists. Do you want to overwrite? Yes. Save it. Come on. Get a game saved. Yeah. See? That's why it does that, you know. It's a means that reminds you that you should save. You know, that's kind of important. Right, here we go. That's looking a little bit something. What's it looking a little bit? It's looking a little bit... I'm lost. That's what's going on there. Roundabout, reconnect it. Right, okay, road. Thank you. Yes, this one. Do you want to connect? You do want to connect. Everything's fine. Good. Have I? What else have I broken? Muotatal Ilgao. Yes, I realise that. I'll sort that in a minute. Good. Think before you crash. Autosave for president. Yeah, all of these things are true. I'm on board with every single one of these notions. Right, let's go find it. Where are you? Legacy, Mr. Special, the... Right, here we go. Currently... we can do we want to unpause or do we want to go fix that route? We ought to go fix that route before we unpause, and since we're moving stuff around, but I will keep that over there so I don't have to go looking for it again. And we're at the wrong end of the map. It has got quite a journey ahead of it. But who knew that the Legacy Special would end up being the star of the finale of the series? Well, I kind of had a hunch that that might be the way that I was leaning. Right, will you connect up? One building will be removed. I'm happy. That's absolutely fine. What else? Some kind of bridge here might be good. Although a level crossing's fine. Yeah, level crossing. You know, this is Old Town. I may even replace some more of the roads later on, but we'll worry about that later on. And then whip that up there. Too much slope. Not too much slope, but there is clearly quite a lot of slope. In fact, there is a unhealthy amount of slope going that way, so I think we'll go this way instead. Round like that, onto here. One building will be removed. No buildings will be removed. Oh, what the heck. Pity was that Mrs. Miggins had only just moved into there. Temporary housing in the wake of the crises that claimed her former family home. Anyway, she's just become unstuck once more. Right, this one also we are not connected. We'll come around here like this. Right, and then, I don't know, keep going till it works. Which is there. It's ugly, but it does work. Right, let's see what happens to these... let's see what happens to these Zeppelin watchers as we engage the engines. See, they're foxed. They've gone, what am I supposed to do now? They've turned around in disgust. You see that one? Glanced over her shoulder, just kind of went, I swear there was a road. Oh, he's chancing it. It's going to go like, no, this is definitely where I'm going. I've been here on many occasions. Hold on a moment. There's a cliff in front of me. Oh, the phooey. As he strolls back down the hill. Anybody else want to go? Seriously, it's the hottest sport in town. Here she goes. Despite being at high altitude, she's out in shorts and a vest. Oh, no. Cliff in front of me. Oh, nuts. What am I going to do now? How am I going to get to Mrs. Miggins' cafe from here? I think Miggins' fiction is likely to continue as we progress here. Anyway, right, let's get back to El Legacy. Hello there. And now then, how do you change just one? Or do I fling this into a depot, change it up, and then move it around? What's this? Tipping is disabled. What? Is it really? Well, that's rather short-sighted of me, isn't it? If someone actually wants to fling a shekel in this direction, it would make sense for me to be accepting thereof. Huh. I'll have a look at that in a minute. Just click on route. Just click on route. No, but that'll change all the trains. I don't want to change all the trains. Tip jar is balked. Oh well, never mind. If you did have a passing interest in chucking a tip today, might I suggest visiting Bad Company instead? For a mere $5, you can catch up on quite a lot of live action, me muttering to the camera, if that's your thing. If it's not, no harm, no foul. I'll just see if I can reactivate the tip jar when I inevitably take a break in a few minutes' time. Right, where are we? Right, hold on. No, cease. Hold it right there. I just want to upgrade this one. Click on the circle thing on the square that shows the train. Circle thing on the square. Right, here. Yes. Circle thing, that's the stop button. I just pressed that. Finances, no. Details. Replacement vehicle. Here we go. No. Yes. Right, but this is for the whole route. Okay, so we'll turn this off. We'll kill that because we're going to change this up anyway. So we'll kill this off, and then we'll go legacy it. We'll tell this one to replace. No, this is the Lakeside Travel. It's going to do all of them. It's going to have to go to a depot of some description. Almost certain. Almost certain I'm going to have to take it to a depot. I don't want to replace every train on this route with an old-timey steam train. That's not what we're here for. And equally, you've just closed it down again. There we go. Right. Replace. No, this is no. Right. Thank you. Yes. Good. You here. I want you to go to a depot. You got into trouble when you went onto a depot for the first time. We shall get you out of trouble. Put it onto the new line. It won't work, Mr. H. I guarantee it, because it has to turn around at least once on that route. It was the last bit that I built had a turnaround. You can replace just one, and that's got 3 exclamation marks. Whew, steady. Okay, right. Well, it's too late now. I've committed to depotising it. Change its route, then upgrade it. Well, this is all jolly exciting. Change its route, then upgrade it. It would have to have its own route. Alright, hold on. Let's put the brakes on here. Just stop, will you? Right, where are you going to at the moment? You're going this way. Right, what's the next station you got here? Burn. Ah, it's a good station. Right, from Burn, we can get to Locarno. Okay, new route. Here we go. This is going to be exciting. Yeah, this was plan A, actually. This is what I was originally intending to do, was set up a bespoke route. So we're going from Burn to Locarno. That's going to create a mess. I look forward to that one. And then from Locarno, we're heading along the intercity line here, out to. Are we going right? Yeah, we are. This is correct. Then we hit up. This will be Interlaken. Hey, see, I know my map. And then we could either carry on and hit up. What's that? That's not Thun? It's too far along to be Thun. It's is that Sarnen? Might be Sarnen. Tell you what, if I turn the town names on, that'll be helpful. Or if I do this, there you go. It is Sarnen. Oh, good. Or we could go to Brienz instead. Now, Brienz isn't used very much, so maybe we go via Brienz up here to insert town name. We've paused again. There we go. All right, it's because we're going a long way. Up here to, what's this one? Luzerne, of course it is. And then we come back via Stans, and then hang it round and go to Wolfenschiessen. I think we'll do that. We're just gonna soak in a good route here, I think. So from Interlaken we go out to Brienz. I'm loving how it's chosen to go on the wrong side of the track. Beautiful work. And then we head up to Luzerne. All right, it's now on the correct side of the track. This is going to cause absolute mayhem. And then we go to Stans, which it can't do because it hasn't got a crossover at Luzerne. Okay. Right then. So I'm going to need to build something that will do that. Let's get a track gun out, and then we'll just go like that. Right, that should work now. You can go from Luzerne to Stans. You definitely can, because I just connected it up. I definitely connected it. That works now. I just built the thing. Hold on, let's do that. Well, as I think about it, no. Okay. All right, what have I missed? Let's get rid of Stans off here. Where was it coming into? No, I don't want to remove all the stations, just this last one. There we are. Right, you came into there, right? And then on the way back out, I invite you to come out this way. That should work. Let's add this signal, and it can't do it. Stations, it can't make it back to the beginning. I suspect is the problem. Right, we know it can connect. We know it can make it this way. So then we go to Stans. Could not connect all the stations. Trust me, you can. And then you come around the corner here, and we go out to Luzerne. Not to Luzerne. That's just where you came from, Wolfenschiessen. But you're on the wrong side of the track. This because it tries to cut the corner. Look at this. Shameful train trying to cut the wrong corner. After Stans, let's get a signal in here that makes sure that it stays on the right side of the track. As much as this is going to cause a certain level of mayhem. No, not there. That's not where we want it. We want it after that one. There. Why is this now added twice? Because you removed Wolfenschiessen, you banana brain. Right, okay, then there we go. Right, good. Carry on. Right, and then on we go to Ennetbergen. Right, now from Ennetbergen we then come round the corner. This is a route to end all routes. Now I know how long it took me to record a route that goes to all stations, and it was quite a long time. I suspect that we're about to see it again. Here we go. Now then, can you get anywhere from there? Yes, you can. Right, Ennetbergen. And then from Ennetbergen, we got to Beckenried. This is good. We're almost there, look. We're almost there. Right, Beckenried. We'll go. I'm going to hit this signal as well to make sure we're still on the right side of the track. Then we hit up Altdorf. No, we don't. No, we never get into Altdorf. We come out over here. And then we are pretty much there. That's quite exciting. It's maybe not as many stops as I'd anticipated, but there we go. Now, no one's actually going to ride this train, or I'd be jolly surprised if they did. And then you come out to here. Muo to Tal. Right, good. Do I need to take it back again? I hope not. This is going to be the cross-country mayhem inducer. Alright, let's go find our train. There he is. And then we're going to assign it to the cross-country mayhem inducer. Alright then. And then, finally, replacement. It's going to be... right, it's going to be... the warning is lit. It's because it can't get back to the start again, I hope. But I'm also optimistic that it won't be paralysed when we set it off. Now, what was it? Was it a D1, a D third? This is my usual starting train. Can anybody remember what it was? I missed the last stop. No, when it gets up there, Carl, I'll switch it over onto the correct line. You've listed the same station twice in succession. That's the thing I do. Double Beckenried, double the fun. There you go. Thank you. The D third with one car. I think we'll go the D third with a couple of cars. A D third and D third cars. All right, here we go. We're going to have one of those. Where's me consist? There it is. And then we shall go with passenger cars, which is going to be the D third car. We'll have two of those. And then if we've got a caboose of some description that is the right scale, I don't think it is. No, I'm pretty sure a caboose lives in here. I think it's too new and it's American. And there will be an uproar in the 13 and 1 are not connected. That's why it's complaining. Online. Select the line. This is how to change one vehicle on the line. Select the line. Set its replacement. And then back to the replacement menu. Select vehicles. The thing you did and the one you want and the thing in and the rest are left alone. There you go. That's how you do it. Well, good. However, we are now doing it this way. Ooh, look, I've got these. I ought to play with those, shouldn't I? Right, we'll go back and do that in a bit. Right, okay, there isn't a suitable caboosey from the looks of it. In fact, I haven't found one at all. I would have thought it would sit with... Oh, there's one. Right. Now, this was introduced in 1957. The original train was introduced in 1850. I do not think they're going to match up at all, so it can have an additional D3rd car. There you go. Now, that might be overkill. Replace now. Yep. You gain 3.2 million for retiring a 30-year-old train. Let's do this. This is going to be great. Cease being stopped. Okay, right. It's got a grip. It's going to burn. This is pretty exciting. Pretty exciting stuff. The first train did not have no cars. It only had no cars when it was back in the depot. There you go. When I'd finished with it. Who's broken? Yeah. You're broken. I know you are, but I still think it's going to work. I still think it's going to work. Come on. Upload YouTube has been deleted successfully, according to Nightbot. Interesting. I'm not entirely sure what you're up to there, Playmoto. I hope it's constructive. Right, washing machine sounds. You've run out of wine. It's okay. This train's going to take ages, Drunken Jim. You've got plenty of time to refuel along the way, but you might not want to wait until until after the train has been replaced by its magnificent old school something or other. Right. There we go. Yes, Edward. we're doing a fair lick in this. It means that I do need to put another train onto the Lakeside Traveller, and I still need to update the Lakeside Traveller with newer rolling stock, newer train, the locos, business, all of that. All that I need to do. There's a healthy number of level crossings on the way into Bern. That's that's an observation right there. Right, okay, here we go. Hold on, let's set up for a glamour shot here. Wallop, something like that should do the trick. That's not bad. We can do better. Get that out of the way. Get out of the way. Because look at the little thing. Here it comes. Here we are. We're underway. We're making it happen. Orb 505. You're mulling over the idea of getting a Colonel Failure hoodie like this one, but at 46 years old you'll look like a yob. My friend, I am 44 years old. I don't look like a yob. I look like a sophisticated man with fantastic hair and a great hoodie. I suggest you do the same. Right, there we go. Right, we'll Colonel Cam initially, but that's going to get old pretty quickly because I'm going to outpace this beast like this. See, there's not a lot of Colonel Camming you can do, but it is the Zeppelin Watcher in Chief. He's there. He's on board. He's keeping his eye on the sky, and we're right there with him. This is tremendous. How about the Verbandswagen? Looks a little like a caboose, does it? All right. Well, we can change our makeup at every station if we choose. Replacement. Let's go and have a look. Let me have a look. Take me to the let's have a look. Can I remember where the Verbandswagen sits? Is it a freight wagon? I don't know what it is, you see. Verband, yes. Wagon, right. Good. It's going to be ancient. Where's the most ancient? See, all these flipping mods, they don't sort themselves chronologically so well. I have a feeling it's going to be a freight wagon. There's a goods wagon. That's the 1850 goods wagon. Actually, it's not bad. That might work. Let's add that to the shop, just so that we've seen it. What else have we got here? No. Right. It's alphabetical. It's not. It's never, because that's AIR, and that's 3/4 of the way down. Right, see, gondola, open wagon, Selbstentladerwagen. It's not alphabetical. It's just under the wagon I added. Is it really? That's what I thought that one looked. That's just a goods wagon. No, hold on. Wait for it. That's why this interactive stuff doesn't work. There you go. That's Russian. That's not it. Oh, here we go. It does look a little bit like it. You're not wrong. All right. Well, let's bung that on the end. It might be a bit heavy. All right. Well, let's have a look. And if it doesn't work, I'll take it off at the next stop. I'm going to take one passenger wagon off as well. Right. Replace it now. Yes. There we go. If it looks good, we'll keep it. If it looks rubbish, we won't. Right. Here we go. We are now coming into, I don't know, but that's a metro liner. This isn't Luzerne, is it? We're not there yet. Oh, we are. Okay. There you go. Getting a good camera angle here is proving to be challenging because this is a really, really short train. Is anybody waiting for it? That would be highly entertaining if anybody was waiting for it. No, nobody is waiting for the cross-country mayhem inducer. There we go. Hello, Extreme Rogue. Give it something to carry. You can't give it something to carry. That's down to the nature of the game. The game has to choose to deploy a carryable on board the train. Now, hopefully, I'm not going to get stuck in here by whatever's following me. Now, where's the got points available to get out of there though? Because I'm not seeing them. I imagine you're stuck, aren't you? Yeah. Okay. Right. Well, we've been foiled very early on, but that's okay because I can just put a tiny little piece of track. I can just put a tiny little piece of track like this on there, and boom, we have a path. Nope. You need to get to Interlaken. You can do it this way. This will work. No, it won't. Okay, hold on then. Because pretty soon, whatever train it is you're in the way of is going to turn up, and then we'll be flipping things around and sending them back to whence they came. I don't think we can do this. Oh, hold on. Maybe I've started to think we can do this. Go on. Go on. Get over there. So close. Alright, we'll get out this far. Right? Get out to there. Right? And then... Yep. And then, after the signal, get out over there. Nope. After the signal, get out over there. Over there. That's it. That's it. Yeah. Go. Huh. That should be fine. Because that's got you on there. That's definitely got the right way now. So if we turn you around, right, and then have another think about that and see how you get. No, we don't want you to go to Bern. Dear me, no. All right, okay. Check the route. Reverse it twice. Yeah, we tried that. I think you mean there is a path. There is a path. I just made one. Stations 1 and 13. Don't give a damn about stations 1 and 13. You're never going to come back. It's okay now. I thought so too, but it's not working. Right, from Locarno, let's add, let's kill that off, and then let's add this signal on its way to victory. Oh, we had some nomads arrive. Thank you, Malforian, for the host. Much appreciated. Right, okay, so we got across there. That's good. We got across there. That's also good. And then you came out here. What's your problem there, beefcake? No, turn it around. How do I tell it to go to the next station? Go to this. Go there. Right. That's where I want you to go. Right. Oh, no, that's not helpful. Anybody else got any suggestions? Remove the path from Bern. I like it. Okay, yeah, that we can certainly... Oh, autosave. But that's good. Autosave's a good thing because it avoids the perils. Right, there we go. Kill Bern, like that. And then... we're away! Brilliant suggestion. Excellent work. Mr. Rogers, 07, kaboom. We're away. And we'll continue doing that as we progress. In fact, where's it going? I just want to... It doesn't know where it's going. Okay, good. Well, you know, we'll just continue destroying things as we head on our way. I am using the old logos on the trains. It's because I never updated it. Creating your own logo to stick in the game is it's a bit of a pain. It's not that tough, but it's you know, it is a bit of a hassle to do. Thank you very much for the hosts. Hosts are plenty now. Daniel Sargent and Apache 6467 have both hosted up. You guys are the true pros here, pressing that host button for all you're worth. Much appreciated. And we've got some nomads as a result. Right, we're gonna wait for it. Oh, I see. Everybody now knows how to host, so we're going. Hosts are plenty. I love it. I want a good passing shot if I can get one. Oh, it's the old and the new. No. Where's a good? This might make for a good shot with the Dakotas in the background. I don't know if we're going to be treated to an immediate overlap. Oh, Lenzen 91 as well. It's almost like people are discovering the button for the first time and deciding to get in on the action and making the hooter sound. What does it mean when you host? When you host, basically, it means that any followers you have we'll switch over to watching the channel. Oh, it's Doug426 has slung a Salmone Longo. That's jolly nice of you. What a lot of hosting is going on. That's all terrific. Right, so lots of code orange going on there. Meanwhile, we're going across the bridge. I'm going to ride on board for that. Yeah, you've all stopped being unique and special now. This is all being silly. But there we go. We're ripping along at an almighty 32 kilometres an hour, and Animal TVI is saying that it looks stupid, that the wagon on the back does not look ideal. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll ride alongside. I'll zoom out a little bit so you can see it, and you can tell me whether you think it should stay or whether we should sling it. It is quite big. It's certainly too big to be a caboose, that's for sure. It is undoubtedly interfering with the performance. I think the old goods wagon might be better. Could you replace the Lakeside Traveller with an OBB Taurus locomotive and a couple of wagons capable of 200 to 230 to resemble an Austrian OBB railjet train? I can certainly give it a go. Yes, if I've got it, why not? It's not one I've used before. That's a lot of code orange happening there. That's enough of the code orange unless you are a routine hoster, particularly you bad company people. You're just being badly behaved people at the moment, and that's... Okay, well, get used to the hooter going off for the next 3/4 of an hour. You brought this on yourselves. Right, okay, we're trundling along. This is actually quite a long way to a badly behaved company. Do I have any GWR mods? I do. Yeah, a few GWR mods. I've got a few locos and I've got a few coaches. But this will be the only steam engine that we employ. Anything else will be bang up to date. We're going to sit here and wait for it to happen because this is a good train spotting spot. You never know what you're going to see. Well, I've got a reasonable idea what I'm going to see because I built it all. But there we go. As the game has a moment to rethink exactly what it's doing with itself. There we are. Right there. That's good. There we are. Now, yeah, we truly have a completely international, an international train selection on display. We'll just have to see how it goes. There's Nake Postotnik is also slinging a bit of a host action in there, as is Twovernier, one would assume. I'm not going to read anybody else's names who offers a host. Just saying. You jokers. No, you're over here. You jokers. Anyway, here's the train. Right, let's update it for the next one. Replacement with... ditch that wagon. Let's stick the other goods wagon on there. Let's stick the other goods wagon on there instead. And that way we're doing the double whammy of having a mixed consist of freight and passenger at the same time that we're settling up with the... Oh, look, there's the ICE going past. Replace now. That's going to cost me £250,000, which seems quite expensive. Oh, now, I suspect quite strongly that this ICE is currently waiting for a 150-year-old steam train to get out of the way. Yep, there it is. Let's ride on board as we pursue, because the acceleration of the see, look, this is why I do multiple blocks. Right there, it's sailed through that signal. But yeah, the acceleration of the Legacy Special is not It's not that it's not that quick. So we're gonna go ripping through here, and then we'll have to stop again. That's a terrible bit of track laying I put in there. And of course, this is going to have a knock-on effect to everything else that uses the main line. But it was always going to be that way. But this signal blocks are working absolutely flawlessly. We're barely even having to stop, despite the fact that the train ahead of us is only capable of about 30 kilometers an hour. I wonder how much further we've got to go, because this is properly daft. We've done some properly daft in the past, and now we're getting properly. Yeah, imagine this Rhino Otoka there. Imagine the driver of this train. Yeah, he's going like, I don't even know. Why don't we just stop at one signal? We'll let the passengers out to stretch their legs for a bit, and then in I don't know, about a week, we'll get back on board and we'll still catch up with the flipping thing. Anyway, that said, it does look like it's coming into the next station. Tweak. Coming into Interlaken. Another of the finest stations on this map. Now, this is all going to look quite a lot better once we're away from the catenary and we're onto the old school track. But remember, we have got a consist change coming up. Now, won't that be exciting? As we pull into the station, it's all going to happen. I swear. So this is a lovely bridge. Look at that for a bridge. I mean, I know I build a lot of these green bridges, but that's a good-looking bridge. Right, it's quite a busy day in the station. I imagine quite a few people are waiting for the ICE to turn up. Let's have a look. I can't even remember which one. That's the Intercity. So 160 waiting to go back again. But that said, they do want to get to Sarnen, and for that ICE driver is going to have a hell of a time overtaking, given that he can't. So he's going to be stuck behind for the duration. There we go, mixed consist. So we're not pretending it's a caboose; it's just a mixed consist. This will be absolutely dandy. You think right? This is XT Wills Wows. I think the ICE sounds like an air raid siren. Most city trains. CI trains, city rans, whatever, run the Nuck Bunkres when it screams past. That's easy for you to say. Right, here we go. Coming out under a nicely stone bridge here. I was going to say a nicely stoned bridge, but that means something else entirely. There goes the Acela. Have you made any money ever? No. Okay. Well, at least we've had that confirmed. What's flashing now? Sarnen Goods Factory is having some difficulty again. I'll have to go and have a look and see why that's happening. I suspect it's because it's getting its raw materials delivered by plane, and that's erratic since I changed the planes up. Right. Okay. Put the Scotsman on the Legacy for the trip, then change back to the 1-3. That's not a bad idea, Hayes. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Still prefer the original Loco and 3 passenger stars, but it doesn't look as bad. It's true. 20 million bridge. That's a story that will never die. Although I've spent quite a lot more than that on bridges since then. Not least of all this one. I think that one was about 50 million. That one. There we go. Upgrade the airports to double runways. Oh, I don't know about that. I could do, but I think it's a bit late to be trying to fix up the runways here. Now the question is, we'll do this the other way around. Yeah, there we go. Once again, we're being stalked like in Duel by the ICE. The question is, which way is it going? Because I can't remember this part of the route because it's relatively recent. It is stalking us down the line. I wonder if we turn round and we don't blink, it stops moving. No, he's gone. That's it. He's given up. He's had enough. There you go. That's a good thing. No, I figured that if we were going to upgrade airports, the way to do it would actually be to bulldoze the airport, to bulldoze the surrounding area, and then upgrade the airport by basically just placing a larger one. And if you do all of that on pause, then it jumps straight into the same spot in all the connecting flights you've got. I did consider actually for this stream doing a new air route. Because, you know, I'm a glutton for punishment, and maybe, you know, smoothing down another bit of mountainside. But it did cost a couple of billion to do that last time. So you know, I don't want to load the game back up with no costs on or anything like that. And while I am making cash, no, the ICE has not given up. He's still out for whatever it is out for, a drive of some description. Oh dear. Actually, how far are we away from our next stop? We've got a little way to go yet. But I wonder who else is being afflicted by this as we trundle up the line here. Right, what have we got in here? I think if we zoom out just a touch, it'll be off again in a sec as we pass through the next signal. And then, what's next? This is the only way to travel. I could zoom out and then just zoom back in again, but where's the fun in that? Actually, this is the next signal along, and nothing has caught up completely. But here comes one of those good-looking Dutch commuter trains. There you go. That's going to catch up, so that's going to join the queue. And there's another ICE. That's going to be in the queue. In fact, it already is. Okay, goody. Anybody else so far? So, no, we've got 3 in the queue at the moment. But quite a lot of trains use this route, and that's actually part of the appeal of it, is just how widely used it is. I think this seller's going to peel off before it catches up, because obviously it's doing the balloon route, so it should peel off up here if I'm right. I'm pretty much certain that I'm right, because the Dutch commuter train takes in Sarnen as part of the route, whereas the Acela doesn't. Just put signals every 25 yards. I could, but it really isn't going to help. You come in there? Come on, you're supposed to be quick. These things are a swine to make a profit with. The only way to make a good profit with them is fill them every time, run them on a point-to-point or a nice high-speed kind of chunk where it can actually get up to full whack a good distance apart. There we go. Here's the queue. And then maybe you'll be able to make some profit out of them. But I always found out the TGV is exactly the same. It needs a good long run in order to make it happen. Could you add more carriages to the Legacy Special because it looks ridiculous and rude? Says the bank manager. Well, we have a relationship, Mr. Bank Manager, as well you know, where you just give me money and then I would just throw it away on harebrained schemes. And to be honest, if I were to put any more coaches on this thing, it will go even slower than it is doing now. And the original Legacy Special, I'm going to change it up, because the original Legacy Special was 3 coaches. And that's why it should be 3 coaches, because otherwise it is not the Legacy Special. It's a cheap knockoff. It's a non-authentic. It's a clone, a replica. Whereas we're trying to do a perfect recreation of the Legacy service. Hayes says stick the Scotsman on there. I'm not going to do it. I'm quite enjoying the leisurely pace that we're taking here. And and it's working out nicely. Right, let's start killing off some of these, shall we? Where are we coming up to? We're coming up to stands, so we can. I didn't think we'd gone to Brienne's. In fact, I'm certain we didn't go to Brienne's, because Brienne's is on the other side of the river. So I'm not sure what's going on here. The train seems to have a plan, but I'm slightly at a loss to understand what that. There's a Mirage. Look, there you go. The West Valley 20th Century. 64 passengers on board, making money. Right, let's have a look and see how the money's doing this year, actually. Last year we came out with a very strong 111 million in profit. Boom shakalaka. This year, yeah, looks like we might do something close to that. It won't be 111, because I've spent 33 million on building stuff. And then I've spent 291,000 on monkeying around with a train who has now escaped me. Oh no, it's alright. It hasn't got very far, perhaps unsurprisingly. Thank you, Mike A. Zeppelin Mod. That's jolly nice. You know what? Make a Zeppelin Mod. Misread that. That would be an absolutely terrific mod. I would have Zeppelins in my game in no time flat. Not only old school, Hindenburg era Zeppelin, but modern era ones as well. They are very useful in modern transportation. Don't you know? Sometimes you've got to lift something really, really big, and Zeppelins are the way to do it. Particularly if you want to bypass, quite a lot of the infrastructure that it just can't handle the big thing that you're moving. It's true. Look it up. It's on the internet. Right, anyway, here we go. We're coming now into what I assume is stands. I don't think it is, but it could be. It is. There we are. And Liam from Belgium, who I believe comes from Belgium, or at least lives there at the moment. And his name's Liam. It's just checked host in there. But don't all of you get carried away, because, you're just ruining it for everybody. Right, okay, here we go, into stands. Now, this bit could be challenging because we're about to turn around. And, that in itself is not that much of a mission. It's more a question of who else uses this station. Let's have a quick look. All, please. No, it's all fine. Everything's fine. It's all good. Everything's good. That's fine, because there you are. Why are my cranes yellow? Because they are, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, it's not enough to just do a Zeppelin mod. They'd have to take off like planes unless you manage to figure out a way of... hold on. Do that. There you go. Oh, this could be exciting. We don't know what's happening here. There you go. Not intimidated in the slightest. The little train continued its mission up into the mountains, while everybody else just kind of went, get out of the way. I also want to update this because I've got the wrong coaches on here. That, as you can see, these coaches look very much like they're from a multiple unit, but I could never find the front of said multiple unit, so I just slung a loco on the front and made them work. But we'll figure out how to make that happen. Right, here we go. Onwards, 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 onwards. Now then, for our next trick, oh look, there's a train in the background. It's got lumber on it. I think it might actually be the very same lumber train that was so heroic in the first of the three-part finale to this series. It's a DBX Wagen stock. Good to know. There we go. See, look, that's going too fast for the modern Colonel Cam that is struggling to keep up with our illustrious friend here. Come on, illustrious friend, shake a leg. What are you waiting for? You should have a green signal. There we go. Please go on the correct side of the track. Ride on the little train. It will be quite underwhelming, unfortunately. Right, you get some steam train noises, but regrettably, you don't get the smoke. You don't get the wind in your face. You don't get to shovel any coal for those who may be interested in such things. Instead you just we trundle along at 28 kilometres an hour, which is about the same speed as most people go on their bike. Oh, hold on! What have we got coming the other way? Oh, it's another one of these. No, it's not. It's a good solid commuting something or other. The dual stocks is out soon. I could easily add that onto the network somewhere, and maybe that would make for a good replacement down at this end of things. We'll see. Make a static Zeppelin. That would work. We would need a Zeppelin mast as well, or maybe a skyscraper-esque mast, given that they were used sometimes as well. But we'll see. Right. GPST which, or GPS Twitch, I think is what we're trying to say there. Are you banned or something? You're not banned at all. No. Not unless the Sarge has developed all new powers. The Sarge could become sentient at any time, and then, God help us all. Right, let's see if we're holding anyone up, because this is another properly busy bit of the track. Meanwhile, we've got some new trains coming in. We've got the Wright streetcar, which is not a train, it's a tram. No, I think it's a bus, actually. We then got the BR145HGK, Neuer's design. Beautiful. We've got the OBB 1116 Railjet. We've got the Z Zakens 95 metres cubed green cargo. Woohoo! Pacey. And we look forward to using those, I'm sure, as we are once again being pursued by someone who is capable of moving a little bit faster than us. However, we're coming into Wolfenschiessen. Now, this might not be my favourite station, because it doesn't do that very much, but I do very much like this approach. Now, you'd never build a station approach like this. It's completely ludicrous. But from here, it's fab. Because you've just got this little kink in the track. And I think it's really rather splendid. Apparently I'm ignoring Play Moto. Hold on. We've got a message from our agent here. Is the Discord link for everyone? Yes, it is. Thank you very much. The public kernel failure Discord is open to absolutely everyone. There are private channels for bad company people and other stuff, but I'm in there far more often than I should be. So come say hi. Someone will post it. One of the mods will post an invite to the Discord channel if you want to swing along. It's also a good way to get stuck into other madness. Whether that's a late multiplayer seat. We play multiplayer games as Bad Company on a regular basis, and occasionally we have a spare seat. But if you want to guarantee a seat, Bad Company's the way to go. Right, here we are at Wolfenschiessen, and we have yet to have any further difficulties that were experienced initially. Now then, where are we heading to next? Next, we are heading up to Ennibergen. And here we go. Right. So, Ennibergen is pretty busy, although apparently only on one platform. How many services do I run loads of stuff in and out of here. What's going on here? So we've got Wolfenschiessen Ennibergen, which apparently is still a thing. I'm not entirely sure it is, because it's got Sarnen on there as well. I just never gave it a funky name. No one's interested in riding the cross-country mayhem inducer, which I find a little bit sad, given that it's actually going to be just as fast to get you where you need to go as the homage to the Great Western, because the homage to the Great Western is going to get stuck behind it. Anyway, any sign of it yet? Anyone? Is it? or have we really jumped the gun here and got in very early indeed? Place your bets. When's it going to turn up? When is it going to turn up? Okay, well, it's not here yet. There it is. And we'll sit here by this level crossing and await its glorious arrival. Yeah, there we go. Any time now, it will turn up. We'll just have to see. Here we go. Marvellous. Right, okay, so once we've done in Ennetbergen, we're going to swoop off around the corner, and then we really are almost there as we head in the direction of Altdorf, but not Altdorf. And that's another bit of a run. Right, I need to take a quick breather, give the old larynx a bit of a moment to recoil itself. I'm going to leave you riding on board. Do you want to ride on board, or do you want to follow alongside the Legacy Special as it makes its way up the end of the track? Choose now. Okay, well, I'll give you a choice. Here you go. It's on board. Okay. Yeah. You're all right. Okay. One each. Follow. Alto. Follow. Alongside. Follow. On board. Alongside. Thank you. You're welcome. Alongside. Follow. Ride cam. On board. On board. On board. Along. Follow along. Legacy. Alongside. Follow along in capital letters. Follow along. Follow. Okay. Herself has decreed that follow is the winner. Thanks, gang. Yeah, you've got to be quick on the mark here to get you voted. And better still, the electrification is gone. Right. No, you had it. There we go. Kill that off. Turn it around. What do you think? I quite like that as an angle. That's not bad. Or a bit like this. Something like that. That looks good. Right, I shall be back in approximately 5 minutes. Enjoy the ride. If it gets to the end, it will stop because there will be it will break because it won't have a path. Right, won't be a tick.